friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. Tuning in. I know that I had such ambitious goals for the month of February when it came to uploading, but there has just been so much going on. So I do apologize for that, but the one thing I didn't want to fall by the wayside were my budgeting videos. And so I'm still on track with those and I feel good about that. But I did have two pays come in since our last video, which was almost a week ago, I guess. And that was my first paycheck for the month of February and my husband's first base pay for the month of February. So I did try to film this video a few minutes ago and I didn't get very far because my dog just started to literally tear apart a bag of clothing that I had set aside for Goodwill, and it's like she wanted just to rip everything out of there. So I had to go over and clean that up, but I started to write in all my figures, and that's okay because that will just save us some time anyway. So I'm going to zoom in just a bit. And the last time I did this video for a paycheck was February 7th, and it was my husband's commission, and it was $43.15.46, and we went ahead and allocated that, including $2,800 in March's bills. So I always pay our bills a month in advance, and so we took the money out for that, and I don't always pay them. I try to pay them by March 1st, by the 1st of every month, but sometimes, like since I've been on budget with our utilities, I've been kind of letting them go full cycle instead of paying ahead, just because I'm really interested to see where we're at. They overcharged me one time and I just didn't understand why. And I was like, if I'm paying in advance, I might not catch that. So I'm trying to slow down a little bit, but I still allocate the money a month before. But a couple of these bills I may not have paid by exactly the 1st, just because I want to see where they're at full cycle. All right, so this is a good month in commission, in case you're wondering. He is in sales. This is his second career, I guess. He is retired. He turned 50, took an early retirement option, kind of like a buyout, but it's a private retirement. So obviously he's not old enough to collect Social Security, but that is something totally separate. So this is his second phase of things, and he is in sales. And like I said, this is a good month. Some months are not so good. But I think at the end of things, everything kind of evens out. And so it's not like, he's making this much every single month, or he's making such a little amount every single month. If you just average it out, which we have almost come up on a full year of commission pays, it's interesting to see what it ends up being totally. I had my paycheck come in on the 11th for $1536.74. I'm an hourly employee. I never get any overtime. I do get paid bi-weekly, which means for me that 2 months out of the year, I get that extra third pay. There's like 26 Fridays. And so or 26 pay dates, not Fridays. So I end up getting almost what's considered a bonus pay. And it actually does feel like a bonus for me because we pay our bills a month in advance. So I used to not be able to really feel that money because we were just constantly paying bills. Like every single payday, we were paying something. But doing a month in advance, I really do feel that as extra money now. His base pay, he gets paid twice a month on the 15th and the 30th after taxes. And I can't remember what else they take out of this. Maybe just taxes, is $684.69. So he gets that twice a month. So recently, these two pays total $2,221.43. So that's what we're working with today. What I had to do, since I don't get paid again until the 25th, and he doesn't get paid again until the 30th, which actually, it's usually the 15th, 30th. This month, it'll be the 15th and the 28th because February only has 28 days. What I had to do is I had to budget 2 weeks worth of variable expenses. So the things that I'm writing down are going to be for 2 weeks. And we've already started using that because one of those weeks is the week that we're in, that I'm filming. So we had groceries and what else? Gas. And also dining out And I think, is that it? Groceries, gas, dining out, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's all I've set aside. And then I'll tell you some other things that I set aside as far as sinking funds. So I do have some money to allocate for that. My big announcement, well, it's not really a big announcement, but our big purchase for, oh my gosh, it's crazy. I still can't get my mind around it. But we did go ahead and put down our deposit on a pool. So some of the money that we've been making recently went toward that, because I'm not zeroing out my budgets anymore. So if you see there's extra and you're like, hey, what the heck are you doing with that extra? It goes into just our regular bank accounts. And so if you're wondering where we got the money, my husband got some back pay from his retirement, and we did have some money in the bank. So we had to put $2,900 down. And I'll show you what everything looks like, because part of this money went toward that. I really don't like to use the money that we have in the bank. It's like our mutual savings account. I don't really like using that for our sinking funds or variable expenses, because I pull from these things. So we spend our variable expenses every single week, and sinking funds, I pull out of that when we do a purchase. But we do have some, like everybody, I'm sure, some money in the bank that just sits there. And that's kind of like, I don't want to call it an emergency fund, but I guess kind of. So that's where we took some of the money for the pool as well. So let's get into what we did for variables. We have just three in here. So for groceries, I ended up putting $200 aside, and that was for the week of February 13th through the 19th, which we're in right now, and the 20th through the 26th. So I've already spent money out of each of these categories. So for groceries, I have, let's see, 120 left. So let me zoom out. So I have 120 out of 200, and that's ready to go for the coming week. Or, you know, if I go to the grocery store tonight, you know, whatever. And if you're wondering where's all the change and everything, I have a huge change jar, and every once in a while I'll throw like some smaller bills in there too. And I cannot wait to take that thing to the Coinstar, because I just started my second change jar, so I'm really excited to see how much I have left. For gas, I had $160. This is for both of our vehicles, and I have $20, $40, $60, $80, $90 left. So that will be for the coming week. Usually I allocate about $80 for the two of us, and that's really not enough to fill up either one of our cars now with the price of gas. And then dining out, but I don't always need a full fill up, you know, every single week. Dining out, I put aside $150, and I have $50, $60, $70, $80, $90 left for that. And this week we haven't been eating out like at all, so that's good. We have all that money left. So there are our leftover money for our cash envelopes. So we're good with that stuffing. And now I have some money that I want to put into my sinking funds. However, I do have a new principal. So I put aside 200. Let me just write these in. And gas, I put aside what did I say? My goodness. 160. In dining out, I put aside $150. And again, this is for 2 weeks worth of each of those categories. All right, so here are my sinking funds. And I created a new principle that I want to start using. And I think it's going to keep me a lot more organized when it comes to my sinking funds. And I'll show you what this looks like. Because sometimes the printables that I come up with for me, they need to be more functional than they are cute or just nice to look at. And sometimes just this grid pattern or like an Excel spreadsheet, like a spreadsheet style document works best for me. So I have my categories written over here. I typed them out. Renovations, my mom's flooring, which I talked to you guys a ton of times about that. We wanted to surprise her with new flooring in her condo. Black Friday, main fund, and quarterly mortgage. So I am stuffing quite a few of these, and I'll show you guys where are we at. So we would have been in You know what? I'm going to go to week. I have 5 weeks here, just because you guys know sometimes if you have that extra couple of days that might fall on a Friday, like let's say there's 31 days in a month and the 31st day is a Friday. Sometimes you need that extra, not a full week, but that extra Friday or that extra payday space. And so I created this for potentially 5 Fridays or whatever the case may be. So, and that doesn't happen too long, but I'd rather have too much space than not enough. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put this in as the 1 to 3rd week of February. So I'm just going to write today's date. So this is the 17th where I'm filming this. And as you can see, I have it written kind of awkwardly, but there was really no other way for me to do it because I couldn't put another column here for each one of these. And that meant a column for date. So I had to put it underneath. So I have date plus and minus, date plus and minus, date plus and minus. So this is my column that I'm going to be using today. So right under here where it says total. So for Black Friday, I didn't add anything, but I put my cash in here already. For renovations, no. For my mom's flooring, I'm adding $100 to that. So let's go ahead and put the 50s down that we're adding and open up this little receipt. And I'm going to put 217 here. And I'm just going to put add 100. So now I should have $500 toward this flooring. All right, so let's make sure we have 500 here. So we have 50, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85. Okay. Oh, sometimes that is a process. All right, so we have that to put back in here. And I'm glad about the progress that I'm making with that because flooring is not cheap, you know what I mean? All right, so for renovation, we are adding $520, which is perfect because that's going to give us an even $3,000. So if you guys are wondering, what are you guys doing with the renovation? We are actually, we need to renovate our kitchen and 2 of our bathrooms. We decided actually to pay off our house on like what I consider to be an aggressive early mortgage payoff plan. And if you're interested in something similar for you, just check out the link down below in the description for Dave Ramsey's early mortgage payoff calculator. And part of that was if we were going to stay here, there was some things that we needed to do. No, I mean, it's not like things are broken to the point of, you know, unusability or anything like that. But, you know, with home ownership, I do think that there is somewhat of an obligation if you can do things, you know, to keep up with things. And so that's what we're trying to do. So we should have 580 going into this, and it should give us an even $3,000. I'm sorry, 520. I always say something wrong. All right, so let's make sure we have 520 here. So we have 100, 200, no, oh my goodness, 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20. Okay. All right. And somebody mentioned, or maybe a few of you have mentioned that I should probably cash in some of this and just get hundreds at this point because having so many bills, maybe it's awkward, cumbersome, I don't know, all of the above, and you probably do have a point. So I should have $3,000 here. So let's go ahead and make sure. So we have 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 100, 200, 3, 4, 455, 556, 657, 758, 850, 950, 2,000, 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 50, 3,000. If I said 3,000 when I should have said 2,000, I apologize. It would not be an errand video if I didn't write something incorrectly or say something incorrectly, add something incorrectly, subtract something. It's just what I do. So sometimes my mind just gets going a little bit faster than my eyes or my mouth, and that's how I end up. I don't know. I'm a mess. All right, so I'm going to add $520, bringing us to an even 3,000. And with the estimates that we have gotten, oh my gosh, 40,000, 50,000. I mean, it's really, really incredible. So my husband works so much, but my nephew has offered, and my brother has offered, and my cousin has offered to help with anything that can be done that we can do ourselves. My husband is super handy. He has refinished our basement. He has laid ceramic tile, laminate flooring. He can literally do anything, drywall, all that stuff. So anything that we can think of that we can maybe handle on our own, we're gonna try that first. And then whatever we can't do, we'll go ahead and pay. All right, so Q2 mortgage. I don't need to put this in right now. Q2 is April, May, and June, but I do want to add money when I can. So this will bring it to an even $2,000. So for each quarter, I need to pay $5,400, and that will keep us on track with paying off our house by December of 2025. So I should have 2,000 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2,000. So that's our plan, and it's like I said, I always come up with ambitious plans, and I have the best intentions whenever I start something or dream of something or create a new goal, but it doesn't always work out to plan. But I'm going to do my best. We are doing our best. So for renovation, we added $520. So I'm going to put that here. And then our total is $3,000. You guys see how I'm doing this? So here's where I'll add it, and then here's my total. And I know it's very awkward, but at least it is working. So for my mom's flooring, we're adding 100, and that will give us 400, right? Is that right? No. We had 400, it'll give us 500. So that's good. See, that's why I need to double check myself. For Black Friday, I added nothing. For my main fund, I added nothing. For quarterly mortgage, I added 200. And that will give me right now 2,000. So that's the way I'm going to keep track of this on a monthly basis. And those are my sinking funds as they stand at the moment. For the other things like Black Friday, I still have $450. That was the flooring, reno. Main sinking, I have $520. Furniture, $300. And the Q2 mortgage. All right, so that is finished. So we added a total of, let's see, 620, 720, 820 today. Oh, my handwriting is atrocious. So that's where we are with that. So we've done our cash stuffing, we've done our sinking funds. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do anything more with sinking funds this month because we have quite a bit left to pay on our pool, and so I need to start throwing money at that. but at least I have April's Q2 money. I need April, May, and June. So I have 2,000 out of 5,400. So I think I'm good there. And I don't know what else. It's just so much to keep track of. I feel like I'm literally all over the place right now. And it's a little bit overwhelming, but it's a good overwhelming because these are good problems to have. And it's exciting. We have not had a legitimate vacation. I cannot tell you how long. And we are so excited because, you know, I know we weren't going to go anywhere this year. And it's just so nice to look forward to a pool, even though it's probably not going to be installed till the beginning of July. It'll be so nice to look forward to that and to have cookouts and our family over. And I'm just really, really in need of that. You know what I mean? So I'm just very excited. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll try to get back to everyone as fast as I can. And thank you so much for your support and your kind words and your friendship and just everything. This community and the people who are viewing, you guys who are viewing you, it just means so much to me, and I just really appreciate it. So thank you so much, and if you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you stuck around and did so. And of course, as always, I hope I see you in my next video. Take care.